Hi, my name is Bibek Adhikari. I am your English instructor. In this class, we are going to study about the methods of drawing pie chart. So let's begin. Right, in this class, we are going to study about how to draw a pie chart. First of all, I'm going to give you some of the basic steps that you need while drawing a pie chart. The first one is called Calculate Pie Chart Proportions. Now, in this topic, you are going to find out about all the proportions that you need while drawing a pie chart. What that means is you're going to gather all the data and present them in a tabular form. Let's, for example, take this data. Let us say that we are going to draw a pie chart about a monthly income and expenditure of a family, your family. For that, what we need is the list of all the expenditure and all the income of your family, and we need to include that in a tabular form. So let's first start with all the expenses and then we'll come to the income. Let us assume that 14,000 rupees is gone to the expenses of your household thing. After that, let's assume that 9,600 rupees, I'm not repeating the rupees, they all are in rupees, is gone to your, eating. This is a fork and this is a knife, right? So this is restaurants and all, that kind of thing. 9,600 rupees is gone to that branch. Afterwards, 7,200 rupees is your monthly savings. You save 7,200 rupees in a month. Let us assume that 4,840 rupees is gone to extra things like things outside from all these, right? After that, let us assume that 3,840 rupees is gone in your transportation. That means this is your house. You come out of your house, you go around, so this is what we call transportation. Let us also assume that 2,400 rupees is gone in your credit and debit expenses. This is your credit card. Right, this is all about the first step. What we did is we found out different kind of incomes. That is, rupees 14,000 is gone to your household activities, 9,600 is gone to your restaurant, eating thing, and after that 7,200 rupees is what you save in a month. Finally, 4,840 rupees is extra piece of expense. Afterwards, we calculated the amount that was gone in transportation. Finally, we also calculated the amount that is gone to your credit card. Wait, one more thing. Let me add something that is related to your, let's say, car and all that. 5,760 rupees is gone to your vehicle maintenance, right? So this is your vehicle. And 5,760 rupees is gone straight to maintaining and operating your vehicle. Now step number 2 is, alright, this is what you are going to do in step number 2. That is, you're going to gather your numerical data and label information and write it down with one data per lines. What that means is you're going to write only one data at a time. You're going to label them. So this is what we call labeling. You may also write the names, like this is what you call a credit card. So you may write it down. This is what we call labeling. Right, you're going to gather your numerical data first. After that, you're going to label them. And finally, you're going to write one data per line. And it is good if you write in descending order. So we prefer descending order. Let me show you how that is done. Right, this is the step 2. This is what we will do in step number 2. Step number 1 is all about gathering information, but step number 2 is about presenting them in proper way. So you present the information, right? You're going to present the information. That should be only one information in a single line. You can label them or draw things like this. This is what we call labeling, and this column is what we call the expenses or the necessary information. So just by looking at it, we can find out that 14,000 is gone to house, 9,600 is gone to your restaurant's bill, 7,200 is what you save in a month, 5,760 is gone to vehicle, and likewise Finally, what we did is we calculated the total amount, and the total amount turned out to be 48,000. Now this is going to be your denominator. If you don't know what that means, you don't need to worry about it right now. We are going to talk about it. Now we are in step number 3, and step number 3 is, right, this is what we are going to do in step number 3. That is, we are going to calculate the percentage of each of the total for each data point by dividing each one by the denominator calculated above. We already calculated the denominator, which turned out to be 48,000 rupees. Now we are going to divide each and every data by that specific denominator. Let's see how we do that. The first is X and another is Y. We're going to divide them, right? Let's start. 14,400 rupees is gone to your household expense. Let's divide it with the total, that is 48,000. Now this turns out to be 0.3. Likewise, 9,600 rupees is gone to your restaurant bill. Now divide that with total. What we get is the percentage, that is 0.2. Likewise, 7,200 rupees is gone to your saving account. So 1.5% is what you save. 5,760 rupees is miscellaneous expenses. Divide that by 48,000. What you get is 0.12. Right. Let's continue this. Finally, we have found out all the percentages. 4,800 and 3,840, and finally 2,400 is also converted into their respective percentages. Now we have come to the fourth stage, and that is we are going to convert all these percentages into angles. What that means is you're going to learn that right away. Now you're going to calculate the angle between the two sides of each pie. A pie is divided into various sectors by these angles. Now you are going to find out the angle. Do you know the total angle that a circle consists? If you do not know, well, you should know it. It is 360 degrees. Now we are going to convert it into angles. If you add them all, the total is going to be 360 degrees, right? So let's start. The first percentage, do you remember the first percentage? The first percentage was 0.3. The second was 0.2, 0.15, 0.12. Now we are going to convert all these percentages into angle form. 0.3 is multiplied by 360 degree, which turns out to be 108 degree angles. Similarly, 0.2 was the second percentage, which is multiplied by 360 degree. Now it turns out to be 72 degree. Likewise, 0.15 is multiplied by 360 degree, which turns out to be 54 degree. You can use a calculator for these calculations. 0.12 is multiplied by 360 degree, which turns out to be 43 degree. 0.1 is multiplied by 360 degree. Now this is easy one, so it's 36 degree. 0.08 is multiplied by 360 degree, and it is 29 degrees. Last but not the least, 0.05 is multiplied by 360 degree, which turns out to be exactly 18 degrees. What we did in step 4 was we converted each of these percentages into angles, right? We converted each of these percentages into angles. So percentage was converted into angles. That's what we did. Now let us go to another step, that is step number 5. In step number 5, you are going to use a mathematical compass, right? Not the ordinary kind of compass, but an accurate, precise mathematical compass to draw a circle. After drawing circle, we are finally in step number 6, and that is draw the radius. What exactly is a radius? It is the line joining the center of the circle to the circumference, from center to circumference. So draw a line from the center to the circumference. What you have is called the radius. Afterwards, what we have in step number 7 is place your protector on the circle. Place your protector in such a way that the little cross here exactly follows in the center. The cross should be in the center, and from there now you're going to draw the segments. Step number 8, you're going to draw each section. Draw each section division. Right, after putting the crosshair of your protector in the center, from here you're going to draw the angles or the lines, right? Now draw each section division. Afterwards, we come to the last step of drawing a pie chart, and that is called coloring. Now you need to color each segment, right? Finally, when you are done, you need to color each segment. And make sure to level it. Do not forget to level the colored segments also. So let's summarize once again. After finding out the percentage, we converted the percentage into angles by multiplying it with 360 degrees. Afterwards, we used a mathematical compass to draw a nice circle. From there, we used a ruler to draw the radius. After there, we used protector, and keeping the crosshair of the protector exactly on the center, we drew some lines, and those lines were called sections. And how do you draw these sections? These sections were drawn based on the angles that we got. So if we got 108 degree angles, we drew likewise. If it was 72 degree angles, so each one of those angles were drawn from step number 8. Finally, what we would get is a nice circle that is divided into several segments, and each segment should be colored. Now your job is to color those segments and finally label them, right? If you have done everything nice and everything is correct, what you would get is something like this, right? So these are the lessons. So you used various lessons. This is for home, this is for restaurant meal, this is for saving, there's a little piggy bank, this is a car, this is miscellaneous, this is transportation, finally this is what we call the credit card. Likewise, we have coloring. We colored the various segments, and this is the center of your circle, and from these center these lines are drawn, and each one is assigned a specific degree. So this is you do with the help of your protector, right? Alright, this is the final product of your work. Do not forget to color it, do not forget to label it, make it nice and make it good. With that, we have come to the end of today's class. Now I'm going to give you some homework, like usual. Homework. Right, this is your homework. You need to find out the total savings and total expenditure of your family. You can go ask your parents, ask your father or mother. Find out the rough estimate. It doesn't have to be, the exact amount. You can also assume it sometimes. So just find out the tentative, the approximate savings and expenditure. After that, use the steps. How many steps were there? There were 9 steps. So use those 9 steps that you have just learned and draw a pie chart. Also, do not forget to color it and label it. Make it nice and clean. This is your homework. With that, we have come to the end of today's class. If you have any questions or suggestions regarding this lecture series, feel free to write us at learning@deerwalk.edu.np. Thank you.